What's up, everybody? Tony Watts. There was a time when I thought and hesitated excessively when it came to making a decision. I really got out of control when it came to thinking things out. When you overthink, you tend to be overly analytical. Now, you might be saying to yourself, wait, thinking before making decisions is not a bad thing. And while it may not necessarily be a bad thing, thinking too much about making a decision may keep you from moving forward. Overthinking can become a nightmare as it can often lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. I remember some years ago, for example, when I was looking for work. I was looking at jobs in finance where I could gain some experience, and I couldn't decide for the life of me what exactly it is I want to do. Every job description that I read and had an interest in was followed by me thinking of all of these possible scenarios of what would happen if I landed the job, and most of them, of course, were negative outcomes. What if I screw up someone's portfolio or give the wrong investment advice as a financial advisor? What if I'm able to pass all the securities exams required? It would be a complete waste of time. And on and on and on and on it went. Every decision comes with a level of risk, and we don't always make the right decisions. To think that every decision made will be the best decision, or that every decision made is error and risk-free, can even be crippling, to the point where all major decisions are postponed or never ultimately made. Nothing gets done. What happens is over time you can become very indecisive. Every decision you make becomes a difficult one, and you begin to question your ability to make sound decisions. Overthinking not only affects decision making, but it can also lead to questioning decisions once they're even made. Trying to read minds and predict the future, reading into the smallest details, things like that. People who overthink have constant commentary in their heads, thinking about and criticizing every comment they make about what ifs and shoulds, and having constant judgment over themselves. So I want to share with you 7 things that I practice to crush overthinking. You ready? Number 1, know you can choose what thoughts to entertain. One of the things I've learned as a coach is that thoughts are just that. They're thoughts. And thoughts are not reality until we make them so by entertaining and acting upon them. We can consciously choose what thoughts to entertain. Get in the habit of being aware of what you're thinking about, especially when making decisions. Replace those thoughts with positive affirmations. I'm fully capable of making decisions. I got this. My thoughts do not control me. I control them. Trust yourself and know that you are capable of making decisions. Number 2, tell yourself to stop. There are times where I literally had to tell myself to stop. As soon as I catch myself being over analytical, I focus my thinking on all the possible positive outcomes to making the decision. The decision is then made, and I don't go back to think about it again. Sometimes I even tell my mind out loud, shut up. Yeah, that sounds silly, but I can assure you I'm not crazy, and it does work. Number 3, remind yourself that there is no such thing as perfection and risk-free decisions. I had to remind myself that there is absolutely no such thing as perfection and risk-free decision-making, and we will never get everything right. Now, that doesn't mean that you shy away from making the decision. Realize you can't avoid every problem or outcome, and that are often necessary for your personal growth and learning experiences. I think of all the great things I could be missing out on if I don't follow through with making the decision. Number 4, know that history doesn't always repeat itself. Sometimes my indecision to do something is based on the fear that a past unfavorable outcome will happen again. We coaches call these assumptions, a limiting belief that keeps you from moving forward. It's your mind's way of protecting you from disappointment, embarrassment, failure, but it actually keeps you from progressing and growth. Thoughts such as, I tried that before and look what happened. I can't do that again. Wrong. It's helpful to remember that just because an outcome was less than favorable in the past doesn't mean that it will be the same outcome all over again. If at first you don't succeed, well, rest. Number 5, count back from 5 when fear keeps you from taking action. I learned this one from spoken word artist and entertainer Prince EA. Check him out when you get a chance. Before I do something I'm really nervous about and thinking about every possible thing go wrong, I count to myself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I get up and just go, boom, take action. I try not to think, and I just get up and go and do whatever it is I have to do. And guess what? It actually works. fear doesn't have a chance to set in because you're not sitting around pondering. Just get up and go. Number 6, do a brain dump in a journal. Writing in a journal and doing a brain dump in the morning or before bed is a great way to get your thoughts out and be aware of what it is that you're thinking. It can even be a great sense of stress relief. And number 7, meditate. Of course, meditation has to make the list. It's a great way to go and present thinking, clearing your mind and increasing overall awareness. I found that meditation specifically geared towards thought awareness and self-love and faith were very helpful. Controlling overthinking is not something that's going to happen overnight, and it takes real awareness, practice, and time. But by recognizing it for what it is and by following the necessary steps to control it, you're already on your way to increase self-confidence and peace of mind. I want you to check out this awesome book when you get a moment by author Jennie. It's helped me in the past, and it can do the same for you. A link to where it can be found is in the description box below. So, I want to say I hope that this video has helped you, and if you or someone who tends to overthink, just know you are not alone, and you can overcome it. Check out my blog at www.redcapelifecoach.com for more information and helpful resources on ways to control overthinking. And check out my Facebook page and drop a like. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button here. Links are all added in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, live on purpose. Take care, guys.